Alright, what's going on, everyone? It's Roger Rabbit here, and today I have a bit of an announcement video for you guys. So a couple of friends of mine all got together and decided we were very bored, and decided we wanted to do something very similar to Magnitude's GBA type style thing, whatever, except for doubles, because there's a lot of people that I enjoy and am friends with who enjoy the doubles layout. So my friend Sigi, everyone's link will be down in the description. My friend Sigi decided to start this thing up and invited a ton of people to join him in this GBA type style thing. So everyone in it is Sigi as the Philadelphia 76ers. We have Big Bro Dog as the Detroit Red Wingles. We have Shady Shin, who I don't know if he took his team very seriously, but he's the Super Saiyan Exciters. We have Stefan for Ubers, who is the Philadelphia Braviaries. Myself, who is the Orlando Magikarp. We have Pot of Mold, or Moldy Pot, who is Team Leave. He didn't take it very seriously either, but, you know, whatever. We have Erasmus, who is the Miami Rotom Heatrans, and we have McCann, who is the Carolina Persians. So basically, this is kind of going to be a GBA type style thing where everybody plays each other twice, and we can do trading after week 5. And there's also, so basically we drafted 20 Pokemon, and only got to take 13 out of the 20 we drafted based on a priority kind of list. We drafted 20 so that people weren't stealing other people's Pokemon, so you wouldn't really... It was a pretty low chance that you'd have more than, like, 7 of your Pokemon stolen, which did happen to some people, including myself. But, so, we all have teams of 13 now. We can use our... so for weeks 1 through 7... we can use only our 10 top Pokemon that we drafted, and then after that we can use the other 3 that we have in the back for the next weeks leading into the playoffs. So that's the introduction to the league, and I guess I'll see you guys talking about my team. Alright. Okay, so right here I'm going to go through my picks a little bit. So for my Mega, I chose Mega Scizor because it can run a lot of different sets. It can run defensive, it can run mixed defensive, offensive Sword Stance. You know, it's a very versatile Mon. I thought I made some picks that very well, you know, that suit well with it. I just thought it was a really good overall Mega pick. No one else chose it, which was surprising, and I'm really glad that I got to hang on to it. So, my first pick that wasn't my Mega was my Landorus Therian. Me and McCann both picked Landorus Therian as our first pick, so we had to have some kind of decision made to see who would keep it, since we both can't have it. And he had regular Landorus, and that warranted him not being able to bring Landorus and Landorus Therian to the same match, so he decided to let me have it. It's just a very versatile Mon, just like Mega Scizor. You can run it defensive or offensive. It's just, I mean, Earthquake and doubles, very good. You know, stuff like that. It's just, it's a very good Mon to have. So for my second Mon, I picked Keldeo. Keldeo is just one of my favorite Pokemon in general. It's very, it's got a ton of power. Pretty okay moves. You can definitely run hidden power on it if you need to counter something. It's surf and doubles with like Jellicent with water absorb, or you know, even just having like my other Pokemon protect while I surf is just very good. So yeah, Keldeo I picked just to have a big powerhouse and a good water type. So my third pick, Dugtrio, I'm going to explain a little bit. So I actually had 8 Pokemon get picked at higher priority than I picked them at. Therefore, I lost 8 Pokemon that I picked, and I only had 12 Pokemon to choose from. So I got to basically take a free pick from any Pokemon that no one had already drafted. And Dugtrio was, it was a good candidate that I thought I would enjoy because a lot of things are weak to ground, and I have a lot of things that can, switch in on him going for an Earthquake and trapping things on the enemy side, and killing things like Heatran, stuff like that. Like, you could just trap things weak to ground. Maybe a Pokemon faints, you bring it in, gets a kill. I mean, Dugtrio, you can do stuff with it. I mean, it's just great revenge killer for something that doesn't want to stay in on an Earthquake. So, for my fourth pick, I picked Amoonguss. Amoonguss is extremely, extremely bulky. It has the big regenerator, so you can run a lot of different sets on it. You can run Spore, obviously, which is good in doubles, putting stuff to sleep. It's just Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, really bulky. Switch it out, gets a third of its health back. It's just a very good mon for this team, I thought. My fifth pick, which surprised me that I got, and nobody else drafted it, was Aegislash. Aegislash is a god in double battles. Basically, with an overpowered Protect and ridiculously high stats, it just deals damage and takes hits. It's just a bulky attacker, really, and I can't believe no one else drafted it. I was really nervous since I was one of the first people to put in their draft picks that someone else after me would go ahead and draft it, but no one did, so I was really glad about that. My sixth pick is Zapdos. Again, a very versatile Pokemon. You can run it defensive, especially defensive, offensive, especially offensive. It just does so much, and it can cause problems for so many teams with the Roost Stall and the Toxic. I thought it suited well for the team. This was originally supposed to be a rain team, if you couldn't really tell. I had Politoed drafted third, but Sigi ended up taking that one from me, drafting it first, but he ended up not having really that much benefit from having it anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. So my seventh pick is... actually, my seventh pick was Mega Scizor, but that's already in my Mega slot. So I guess my seventh pick was Hydreigon. Hydreigon can do a lot. It can Scarf, it can Specs, it can Life Orb. It just hits like a truck. Speed tiers are a bit different in double battles, so it's not really too slow for the tier. I mean, obviously some things are going to outspeed it, but it's not that big of a deal, really. It just hits so hard. You can run Roost on it, run Protect, it's just whatever you want to do. U-Turn, Draco, Dark Pulse, Flamethrower. It's got so much moves it can choose from. So my eighth pick here is Slowking. Now I picked Slowking because when I was making this team, I realized that I had a pretty bad weakness to Ice. So I ended up picking a really good special wall in Slowking. It's just really, really bulky. I mean, I got the dual regenerators going with Amoonguss and Slowking. It's it can take hits, dish out some damage too. Run a ton of different moves. Got very good coverage and Scald, Psyshock, Flamethrower. What else to get? I don't know. It just has really good coverage, I think, and I thought it suited well for the team. Now, I also picked Jellicent because I think it fulfilled the same role as Slowking did, which was provide for the ice weakness that my team had. I mean, I have Hydreigon, Zapdos, Amoonguss, Landorus, Dugtrio, all that stuff weak to ice. That's also part of the reason why I picked Mega Scizor as well, but, what's it called? The, Jellicent is very, very bulky. On both sides, really. It's got a ton of HP, a ton of, defenses, both defenses, really, and has access to Recover and Will-O-Wisp. Decent attacking power as well, so you can dish out some damage with a Shadow Ball or a Scald or a Surf, even, if you want to run it offensive. Jellicent, I thought, was a very good fit for the team, and that's why I decided to pick it. So, my last three mons in the box below Mega Scizor are the mons I can use after week 7. I was kind of upset that I didn't get Politoed because I had a Kingdra. Kingdra fits very well in rain with the Swift Swim and the boosted water move. It would have been nice, but I feel like I can still definitely run it and do things with it. So, I feel like it wasn't terrible that I didn't get Politoed because I can still definitely do things with Kingdra, which is very, very good. Klefki I picked because it's a very good support mon. It caters to my ice weakness again, and yeah, stuff like that. And then I also have Raikou for like fast volt switches, thunderbolts, stuff like that. So yeah, that's the team. I think I did pretty well, and I'm happy with the team. So I guess I'll see you guys in week 1. Peace out.